Hi, okay, so this video we're going to cover stances and stepping drills for Northern Longfist. So the three primary stances are Mabu, Gongbu, Shubu. And most of you already know this, but we'll begin just by going over them. So Mabu is feet parallel, body upright, both knees bent, tuck in the pelvis. Head up, and you have the hands chambered. That's Mabu. So they're in line, and they're parallel to each other. Gongbu, when you begin, you'll turn your right foot out 45 degrees, sink your weight into the right foot, step out with your left, and so the left foot's pointing straight forward. Your knee should be pointing the same direction, and your shin should be perpendicular to the floor. So don't go too far like this. Make sure that you're perpendicular. And you'll have about a 2-inch channel between your heels. So you can see the line on the floor here. You can see that my left foot is just about an inch or two to the left of it. And my right heel, if you can see it, I don't know if the camera can get it, is maybe an inch or so on the other side. Okay? So that's the gongbu. The back leg will be straight, almost locked out. Not quite, but almost locked out. And that's left gongbu with the left foot forward, right gongbu with the right foot forward. Shubu, also turn the right foot out, sink down, and then touch the left foot out. Again, you have about an inch, maybe 2 inch, but not wider than that channel between the feet. Your heel can be off the ground. It can be pretty close. Sometimes it'll be almost touching. Usually in the long fist style, the heel will be up, the toe touching, no weight in the front foot. Okay, so those are the three. Here's the three. Here's the first drill. We begin in Mabu, turn to Gongbu, and I'm turning the back foot in a little bit, and this isn't quite 180 degrees. It's in a little bit, so my Gongbu is actually not quite going fully to the side. It's going slightly at an angle in, and that allows me to have my channel because my heels were lined up in the Mabu. And so we start with Mabu, we turn, and I'm pushing out of the right leg, pulling the left hip back. Then I'm going to sit back and sink down into Shubu. So shift your weight, don't pop up like this, shift your weight back and sit down into the Shubu. Again, pointing at a slight angle, not straight to the side. Then we're going to step back to Mabu and go the other way. Gongbu, Shubu. Don't stand up on your Shubu. So, Mabu, Gongbu, Shubu. Mabu, Gongbu, Shubu. Okay, the other stance we've got to talk about here is So Gongbu. When you do this, the cross leg stance, when you do that one, you're going to, begin by stepping out with your right foot on the heel, turn your foot out. I don't quite do a 90 degrees usually on this. I'm doing a little less than 90 degrees. Shift your weight into that front foot and let your back heel come up off the floor. This is the tall version with this knee slightly bent. The low version, you're going to tuck your knee of your back foot in behind the calf of your front and lock them together. So there's the So Gongbu, cross stance. Now, when you do this, you don't want your knee to touch the floor and you don't want to sit on your heel. It's not that. You're not sitting down like this. It's up and your weight into the front leg. And the key to that is to lock that leg into the calf. Okay, so we're going to practice getting into So Gongbu from Mabu. So to start, we're going to use the stepping back method. So I'm going to step behind with my left foot, behind like this, and sit down. And then up, and then the other way. And then up. Okay? The other method is to step across. We're going to turn the left foot, and then I'll step across with the right. There's a kicking technique in there, either swinging up or stomping. either one. So kind of a cross kick. So I start with mabu here, turn the foot, and then down. And then you can go back. You can turn these into line drills, or you can do it stationary, like I'm doing here. Okay? And then the third way is the twist. So from here, I'll turn the heel on my heel almost all the way around, and then draw that other leg up behind. And then back, turn, and draw the leg up. Okay? So now for some line drills. Okay?
Get your heads.
That's right. So the line drills that I'm going to show you, we're going to do ones that we've done in class, but I'm going to add a couple as well. So the first one is just step and punch. So this is gongbu stepping. Turn your left foot out, 45 degrees. Step out with your right. Punch with the same hand, same leg. Shift back, turn your right foot, bring your left foot in close. There should be a moment here where you make sure you have your balance. Then step and punch on the shift. Don't punch early. Turn, in, step. Notice I haven't changed my hands yet. On the shift of the weight is when the punch happens. And back, in, like that. So that's line drill number one. Line drill number two is just a variation with the opposite hand. So we're going to, same thing here, but punch with the opposite. When I come back and turn, I'm going to do a block down with the right hand as I bring my right foot up. Step out, block high, and punch. Shift back, turn out, block down as the foot comes in, block up as I step out, punch. Back, block down, block up, punch. Okay? The third one is kick and punch. This is less of a stance and more of a kick book. So kick and punch with the opposite one. Step down with the foot already at an angle. Shift, bring your weight in close, bring the foot in close. Make sure you've got your balance. Then kick and punch all together. Step down, in, kick and punch. Step down, in, kick and punch. Okay, the next line drill is the sopambu stepping with mabu. So we begin, we're going to go to our left. We begin in a mabu. We're going to step behind, and you can sink down, or you don't have to. Then step out to turn to get to the mabu. You'll notice that as I step behind here, it's not too big of a step at first. I do my sink, I come up. Now I'm going to reach a little more with that foot to make sure I have a good mabu when I come out of it. You can see that okay on camera? Okay, so one more. Normal step, sink, up, reach out, mabu. Okay? The very last one is shubu stepping. So we're going to begin here in a shubu. Pull the foot back, step, and right to shubu. So it's similar to the kick and punch, it'll feel like that, but you're gonna not pause right here, you're just gonna go straight into shubu. Make sure you don't lean into that foot though, keep it empty of weight. So it's just this, back, step, shubu, back, step, shubu. Okay, you can combine for a sixth drill, I guess, where you do gongbu, shift back to shubu, step, gongbu, shift back to shubu, step, gongbu. You can do any number of combinations like that that you feel like you want to. Okay, go ahead and pause. Okay, so the very final drill for stances and stepping is jumping, because jumping is considered a step. I'm going to try and do this without hitting my head against the ceiling. I've got a low ceiling here. So the jump is simply, we're going to step out. I'm going to step out with my left leg. I'm going to bring my knee up, and I usually have my toe down a little bit, but you can, if you're not sure about that, you can just have your foot relaxed like this. As you bring your knee up, you're going to bring up both fists in front of you like this. Keep your elbows down. So your knee's going to come right up between your elbows. So we'll start here. We're going to step with the foot. We're going to bring the knee up, and then we're going to set that foot down, and then we're going to bring the other knee up. And then we're going to set that foot down. We're going to bring the knee up. Now all you've got to do is make a hop out of it. So we're going to hop off of the same foot that we land on. So I'm going to step with my left foot. I'm going to bring the right knee up. I'm going to hop and land on the same foot. Then set the right foot down. Bring the left foot up. Hop and land on the same foot. Now when you do it smoothly and you have some momentum, it's easier. So step like that. Okay, so now I'm not bending that leg I'm hopping on right now. That's a beginning version. The more advanced version is you bring that foot up and down and land on it. That's a little harder to do. So you work up to that. Start the way I just did it and then work up to that. And then like that. Okay? Good. So that's stances and stepping for the Northern Longfist. And we'll come back with another video for kicking and hand techniques and all that, so look out for those. All right, go ahead and stop.